Hello everyone, we're going to do some analysis on empty cars and learn some mean, median, mode and some visualization techniques. So here is my data set. We've been discussing head empty cars and this is how my data looks like. Let me just increase this. So head empty cars, this is how my data looks like. The dimensions of the data, dim, there are 32 rows and 11 columns. The names of the columns are these. I use names, parentheses, data, and I get the names. I say rows and I get the rows of the data. Then if I want to choose only one column, I say data underscore car $CYL and I can see the only one column. And if I say mean of some, if I want to calculate mean of some column, I say mean of that column. Then sort that column. I can sort that column. I find out max. When I say max of that column, I can find out minimum of this column, whatever column I get, and I can find out median. I can also do where row names where data horsepower is maximum. So which is max is for this column, wherever it is maximum, give me the row names. So Maserati Bora has the maximum horsepower in my data set. I also want to know, so I run this, and which has the minimum horsepower? Honda Civic. So this is how I find out from each column. Then if I want to find out IQR, interquartile range, so IQR of MPG column. IQR of MPG column, I can say IQR and that column's name. If I want to make box plot, this is the box plot, BOX, PLOT, and the column name. This column has to be numeric. I cannot make a box plot of a categorical variable. Now, if I don't know what this, so I can name it. I can say, I can also make bar plot. So whenever I'm making bar plot, I can also say that, so I give the X column carburetor, I give the Y column cylinder, I say name X lab as carburetor, Y lab as mileage. Okay, then, so this is how I can make box plot. This is how I can make bar plot. Then let's do some more. So this is a package. This is some data time. For example, this is a C means combine. We've done that. So I'm saving some data, some figures in. I'm saving some figures in time, variable time. And now I want to calculate skewness and kurtosis. So if I write skewness here, skewness of the column, I will not be able to understand the calculate the skewness because base R package does not have the function skewness. So what I do is I download a package that helps me calculate. So moments is the package. So I install moments. I say no here. I don't want to rework R. It's installing. Package is installed. Now I go to the library moments, and now I can calculate skewness and I can calculate skewness of time. I can calculate kurtosis and kurtosis of my time value data or kurtosis of my cars data column, wherever I want to calculate. So data underscore cars $MPG is the column. And for that column, I can calculate kurtosis. Okay. Then there's another library for visualization called library ggplot2. So in ggplot2, we can make a histogram. So qplot is the code. I give time as the data. Geom is the histogram. Bandwidth is equal to 2 plus xlab. The heading of the x is time. So if I put this, it gives me a histogram. Now, if you see this plot and this plot is different because it has a background, it has numbers, it's made a little more advanced. And that is the difference between a normal plot and a ggplot. I've used ggplot here. So qplot is a function of ggplot2. ggplot is a visualization package of R. just like Seaborn and Matplotlib are visualization packages of Python. In the same way, ggplot2 is a visualization package of R. So I've used that visualization package, I've downloaded it, I've put it in the library, and I've plotted this histogram. So I can plot this histogram for mileage also, MPG column also, and this is how it looks. So this is the MPG column. And I can also do it for, I can also make a box plot. So for a box plot, see, the box plot is more advanced looking than the box plot we made earlier of this one. This was more rudimentary, right? So if you want to make good presentations, you want to make better plots, you can use ggplot. This is more informative, and it's with the same one line of command, we get a better plot. So in the same way, if you want to know about more qplot, you can put a question mark and find out more about it. So I can make more plots. So here I have a scatter plot using qplot. So I'm saying MPG, comma, WT, weight and mileage, and data is empty cars. So MPG comes on the x-axis, weight comes on the y-axis. So it's saying that as weight is increasing, mileage is decreasing, because it is having an inverse relationship. Again, I can make this. I can make size is cylinder. I have introduced. Let me just first make this. Yeah. So I've said color is equal to cylinder. So it tells me the cylinder, whether the cylinder is 8 or 4 size, right? So it says that cylinder power is increasing. If as the cylinder power increases, mileage also increases, but weight is less. So mileage increases with cylinder power, because it decreases with cylinder power. Lower cylinder powers have higher mileage. Then I can use this also. So this gives me the size. I can not just color, I can use size also. Yeah. So these are lower cylinder, lower base cylinders. And I can do this also. So on one graph, I have 4, I've divided it into 4 parts. Let's see what this is. Yeah, this is our norm, right? Not to do with us. Yeah, so this here what we've seen is how to use ggplot, how to draw a histogram, how does a box plot drawn from a basic function look different than a box plot drawn from ggplot2, and how to calculate skewness and kurtosis using moments library, and how to find out one column's IQR, box plot, bar plot, and how to find out mean, median, mode, summary, mean of the whole data, sort the column values, or to pick up a column and do mean, median, mode, and all kinds of summary on that column and analyze it.